Alright, let's dive into this because it's a transfer saga that's got the football world buzzing. So here's the deal, Ferran Torres, the World Cup winner, is on the verge of swapping Barcelona for PSG in a €50 million move. But what makes this really interesting is the timing and the dynamics at play here. Personally, I think this transfer is a massive statement from both clubs, and it raises a deeper question about where each team sees itself in the next few years. First off, let's talk about Ferran Torres. He's a player who's always been seen as a talent with potential, but at Barcelona, it feels like he never quite hit the heights expected of him. In my opinion, this move could be a fresh start for him, especially joining a PSG side that's already stacked with talent. But here's the thing, what many people don't realize is that Ferran's comments earlier this week about needing to feel loved by Barcelona weren't just a cry for attention. They were a clear sign that he was already looking for an exit. And PSG, being the opportunistic club they are, pounced on it. It's a classic case of a player feeling undervalued, and a club ready to capitalize on that. Now, let's talk about PSG's side of things. They've just sold Goncalo Ramos and Randal Kolo Muani, so they're in dire need of a backup striker. But what's fascinating is that Luis Enrique specifically asked for Ferran. This isn't just a panic buy, it's a targeted move. From my perspective, this shows that PSG is doubling down on their strategy of building a squad that's not just about star power but also about depth and versatility. Ferran's ability to play across the front line makes him a perfect fit for their system. But here's where it gets even more intriguing, PSG is already a two-time European champion, and they're not slowing down. This move feels like they're saying, we're not just here to compete, we're here to dominate. On the flip side, Barcelona's position in this deal is equally telling. They're letting go of a World Cup winner with just 1 year left on his contract, and they're getting €50 million for him. On the surface, that seems like a decent deal, but if you take a step back and think about it, it's also a bit of a gamble. Ferran's value could skyrocket if he performs well at PSG, and Barcelona might end up regretting not holding on to him. But then again, maybe they see this as a necessary move to balance the books or free up space for someone else. One thing that immediately stands out is how this deal reflects Barcelona's current philosophy. They're not afraid to let go of big names if it doesn't align with their long-term vision. What this really suggests is that both clubs are at very different stages of their evolution. PSG is in full-on win-now mode, while Barcelona seems to be playing the long game. Personally, I find this contrast fascinating because it's not just about the players, it's about the identity of these clubs. PSG is becoming the go-to destination for players who want to win trophies right now, while Barcelona is still trying to rebuild its legacy after a few rocky years. A detail I find fascinating is how quickly this deal came together. Once Ferran gave the green light, PSG didn't waste any time. That kind of decisiveness is something we've come to expect from them, and it's a big reason why they're at the top of the game right now. So what's the bigger picture here? Well, this transfer is more than just a player moving clubs. It's a reflection of where European football is headed. Clubs are becoming more strategic, more ruthless, and more focused on their long-term goals. Ferran's move to PSG isn't just about him, it's about the shifting power dynamics in football. In my opinion, this is just the beginning of what's going to be a wild transfer window. If you're a football fan, strap in because things are about to get even more interesting. As we wrap this up, I'm left wondering, what does this mean for the rest of the market? Are we going to see more big-name players making unexpected moves? And more importantly, how will Ferran fit into PSG's already star-studded lineup? Personally, I can't wait to see how this plays out. What do you guys think? Is this a smart move for both clubs, or is one of them getting the better end of the deal? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Until next time, keep the football conversations going.